Today I'm going to talk about the reasons why I'm withdrawing from Chocolate Finance. And yeah, this is not an easy video to make. And I'm right now traveling and having my holiday. But I feel like it's important for me to update my subscribers on why I'm doing this so that you can decide the next move for yourself. In this video, I'll talk about the reasons why I'm doing this. There are mainly three reasons, and also the immediate next few steps that I'm personally going to do after I publish this video. But before we start, I want to first say that I'm not going to withdraw my cash until this video goes out, because I think if I were to withdraw and then tell my subscribers, it may seem kind of sus, right? It's like I'm causing a bank run and then I'm withdrawing my funds before that happens. But two things to that. One, again, as I mentioned, I'm only going to withdraw after publishing this video. And number two, I don't think a bank run is very likely. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding why a bank run happens is because, okay, when a bank receives money from its various depositors, it takes the money and then go and lends it out as mortgage, invest it, etc. So it does not keep 100% of its cash as cash holdings ready for all the depositors to withdraw. So when that happens, the bank can quickly collapse because it has not enough cash to fulfill the withdrawals made by all its customers. But in Chocolate Finance case, when they receive money from their users, they take the money and they buy investment funds from Dimensional, Fullerton, etc. So if the customer, all of them, wants to withdraw, all they have to do is just liquidate the fund holdings and then return the money to customers. So I don't think a bank run is very likely. And in any case, I'm not that influential, right? I hardly think I will cause any dent to their overall assets under management. But I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do with my funds and why I'm doing it. So the first reason I'm doing so is because, objectively speaking, I think that Chocolate Finance has now pretty weak rates such that you may be actually better off putting your funds in other accounts and other instruments. And I've actually highlighted a bunch of savings instruments in my previous video, so you can actually make reference to that. Now, 3.3% per annum on the first 20,000 and then 3% per annum for the next 30,000, I feel are pretty weak rates, even when we compare to other bank accounts. And bank accounts are lower in risk compared to Chocolate Finance. And if you look at things like UB1, they're giving 4% per annum, and OCBC 360 still gives 4.65% per annum for some miraculous reason. And you also have bank accounts like HSBC, EGA, which is giving 3.9% per annum for fresh funds. If you want to earn more from your credit cards, savings account, etc., join the Telegram, and almost 27,000 people have already joined. Now, of course, these are bank accounts that come with certain requirements, but if you look at another very fast free tool, Singapore Savings Bond, that gives 2.73% per annum first year returns. And if you really compare 2.73% to 3.3% per annum, I think that the difference is not so large that I would now want to continue with Chocolate Finance. Bear in mind also that SSB rates are guaranteed for 10 years, and the longer you keep, the higher your average return, whereas Chocolate Finance rates are not guaranteed, and in fact, in less than 6 months, they have dropped their rates twice. So if you compare the two, one has non-guaranteed rates and have been dropping for the past few months versus something that's guaranteed by the Singapore government, right? I think the choice is quite clear to me which one I will pick. And also in terms of safety, I think few people argue with me when I say that SSB is less risky than Chocolate Finance. Now, SSB is not the only answer, of course, right? Check out the video that I've done previously on places that you can put savings in. Now, the second reason why I'm doing this, and I think it's a little bit more difficult to articulate, is my experience working with them. Now, I've been an affiliate with them for, since they launched. And in recent months, I found it quite challenging to really trust the things that they tell me. And perhaps this is entirely subjective on my part. I was angry enough that I wanted to do this video earlier, but I thought that maybe I was being a little bit petulant and petty. So I held back and I didn't really do it, even though I wanted to a few weeks ago. But now a third reason has surfaced, and it is arising from the whole chocolate card and AXS fiasco. Now, if you're not caught up to date on this episode yet, right, you cannot use your chocolate card on AXS payments now. Because a few days ago, on 4th March 2025, Chocolate Card suddenly stopped working on AXS. And Chocolate themselves published an FAQ which seemed to imply that AXS was the one who stopped the use of Chocolate Card. And in fact, right, the Chocolate Finance informed me and a bunch of other content creators that it was AXS who stopped the Chocolate Card. And then a few days later, a user in my Telegram group contacted AXS, and yeah, AXS said it was actually Chocolate who asked for the removal. Separately, we also got confirmation from an AXS spokesperson that yeah, it was actually Chocolate Finance themselves who requested for a stop to Chocolate Card being used for AXS payments. And now Chocolate Finance has updated their FAQ page again to reflect that it was Chocolate that put a stop to it. Now I think it's bad enough to launch a product and then nerf it not 1 month later, but the way it has been done, I think it just reinforces my reason number two, and I think just gives a very bad taste in my mouth on how the company treats affiliates like myself, even users, and AXS that has nothing to do with the nerf. And yeah, so I'm really not sure what Chocolate Finance can do to improve the situation aside from offering better rates again. Maybe then I'll consider putting my funds in. But until then, I think I will start to withdraw my cash, and this is how you should do it. Instead of withdrawing one lump sum at a time, you should actually withdraw $20,000 maximum per day, because Chocolate Finance offers instant withdrawals if you keep your withdrawals $20,000 or under in a single day. Personally, I wouldn't close my Chocolate account because Chocolate Card, objectively speaking, is still a good card despite the AXS nerf, and we can still use it for a whole bunch of things that are excluded by other cards. So I'll still maintain maybe a few $100 or just top up my Chocolate account whenever I want to use my Chocolate Card. But yeah, I wouldn't leave significant amount of money in my Chocolate account due to the reasons that I've mentioned. Now, to be really honest, I am quite disappointed with how things have turned out, because I really like Chocolate Finance last year when it was 4.2% and even at 3.6% per annum. I thought it was good enough to give my investment ad of the year award, because it was really a fast free way to get some returns on idle cash. But with the drop to 3.3%, as well as the recent few months, it has been really challenging for me to view it in a positive light. Yeah, so this is my I'm not angry, I'm disappointed face and tone of voice. Of course, talking about financial products in a less than flattering manner has often cost me financially, and I think this would not be any different, right? There was a previous occasion where I talked, something not even that negative about a product, and yeah, apparently I'm blacklisted from their media team or something like that. Yeah, don't know whether I want to call out that company. Yeah, so I think it's just going to be harder to get Chocolate Finance referrals now. It's of course going to be impossible, I think, ever for them to ever give me a sponsorship deal. But yeah, I still feel like this is important to say. I don't want to be someone who withdraw all my money from Chocolate Finance and then still continue to recommend people, hey, you should put money in Chocolate Finance. Yeah, but Chocolate Card, I'll still continue to use it. So if you want to sign up, referral code is in the description box below. So if you want to earn more from your credit card, savings account, or just want to be updated on any further chapters on this drama, hopefully not, all right, subscribe to the Telegram, and also check out this video where I talk about other places that you can put your savings in, and I'll see you in that video.